Welcome, everyone. Welcome to the Business Spotlight interview series. And today we have the fabulous Myles joining us. Myles, before I share with you, do you want to share with all the viewers what do you do? Something about
What do we
yourself
do?
and the business.
What do we do? That's very interesting. Try and say it without boring you, shall I? Yeah, my name's Myles Emmett. I'm the managing director of a company called Giromax Technology. We're based in the UK in the Midlands, and we sell protective coatings for metal roofs, essentially. So you got a big metal warehouse going rusty. We'll sell the coating for it, get somebody to apply it. We guarantee it for 25 years. The company's been going since 1996, so we've been the industry leaders for all of that time, really. So spent many years without any competition. Now got a bit more, so we have to try a little bit harder.
That is great. And what brought you into this industry, Myles? I'm curious to know.
Oh, I was brought into it really, but my father set up the company in '96. He was a successful entrepreneur. He's founded four successful companies over the years.
Wow.
He fell into it. He knew somebody who knew somebody who knew somebody. He wanted to bring this product to market. He couldn't do it and said, "Do you want to do it? Yeah, I'll have a go." And he carried on from there. And I resisted for many years joining the business. Then I joined 13 years ago. He started plowing me with loads of business questions, trying to hook me in without me knowing. So I found it quite interesting. I was in a job which comes to the end really. I was in elderly care for many years, and I was a manager in a home. The home was sold off, nowhere else I could go, and he was trying to entice me in without me knowing. And yeah, so a job opened up when another guy left. So I started in the stores and worked my way up. I've done virtually every job here apart from accounts.
Yeah. Very good.
So so he passed away in 2022, and I basically took over.
Yeah. So he's done a good job. So it's been what, 13 years, in Giromax. And I mean, I know how successful you are in the industry. So what do you attribute your growth to? What has been that key thing?
Well, like I say, we fell into it at the point that at the right time, the industry needed a solution to this cut-edge corrosion issue. We were the only ones who took it on board. Nobody else did it, and we just grew and grew and grew every year. So, and then approximately 6 years ago, I believe, 6 or 7 years ago, we decided to move away from the current product, brought another one in, and my father had been running for many years very successfully, but he was a bit bored because he wanted a new challenge, so he wanted to modernise it, but he was in his 80s, so he didn't have the inclination to do it. So he brought somebody else on board alongside other people to modernise the company. So we've actually gone strength to strength since then. We grow a lot more every year. Yeah, we're now on track for one of our best years.
So is it fair?
That's with the growing competition as well. So
yeah. So is it fair to say that one thing which kept you growing and growing is what? Embracing change, learning, developing new products?
Yeah. Over the years, we developed new products because we basically just did the one product, the cut-edge corrosion. And there's only so much you can do with that. So we developed a coating where you could do the whole roof, then with the gutters and the walls, with the help of people who knew what we're doing, because we're not manufacturers, we're distributors. We sell the products, and so yeah, it was growing every year, needing to modernise really. Because if you come into this office 6 years ago, it looked like they had little metal filing cabinets everywhere. It looked like somewhere from the 80s. So it was very dated. We worked very well, but we weren't modern. So
and whose vision was to become modern?
It yeah, it was my dad's idea. He decided that he brought somebody in to help for a year, a lady called Sharika Cannon. A lot of experience in sales and business development. We had a very good year. Then he brought her on as general manager, and then we had a few people leave because they didn't want to work with her. But she was a very forward-thinking person, modern forward-thinking. So with her help, with him making sure it was all behaving, it just grew.
Do you think that's important to be modern, forward-thinking for any business, as an employer, as a leader?
I think so, because we could have just sat there, very successful. We would have the most popular name in the business. When there's cut-edge corrosion to be treated, most people say we Giromax it. They don't say the product. They just say Giromax. So we've been trading on our name for many years, and then just got to the point where we needed to improve because new competitors are coming in, and there's only so long you can trade on your name. So we've got a good name, so that held us in good stead for the future. But if we just started, if we stayed how we were, trading on our name, everybody catches up with us, and then we go under a little bit, everybody takes over.
Very good. So definitely, I mean, your father's forward thinking, and you are executing it, let's be honest about it. So he's got a great team and a legacy, to execute that thought process, and that is probably the main reason for the growth of the company. But what I want to understand is, what, because from being a employed to becoming an employer, when you start a business, so it's just a shift, a massive shift. So what has been your learnings through that journey when you took over the business?
Well, I was shoved into it as such because my father died, and so I wasn't in a position where I wasn't a director then. So I was a marketing manager by then. I've moved in from being on the road inspecting the jobs to being the marketing manager, which I enjoyed. I was starting to get a bit bored. It wasn't challenging me enough, so I needed a change anyway. And he'd been trying to encourage me to be a bit more further up the ladder, shall we say. And so I didn't have much choice to be in the director at the start, but I've grown into it. So because I didn't have a choice, so I had to grow into it. But I like learning, I like new challenges. So I've enjoyed the challenge of it. For the first few months, I was turning up every day thinking, bit of imposter syndrome. I think I didn't really know what I was doing, but suddenly I kept being told, yes, you're doing a good job. So I carried on, and I think I'm getting a bit better every day.
Love your humility. Of course, you are being better every day. I think all of us are work in progress in that matter. But you've really taken up.
If you think you can't learn anymore, then it's time to give up, I think. Yeah.
Exactly. And I think that is one of the key, which I've just taken what you just said, learning, embracing change. That is so important, especially nowadays. I mean, if you're not learning and not embracing the new technology, you're just sitting there for someone else to take over.
Yeah, when we brought Sri into the business, obviously a few people here were very stuck in their ways, and we got a few comments on why if it's not broke, why fix it? But your car's not broke, but you still try and service it every year, don't you? So if you didn't, it just died. So you need to fix things before they break, and that's what we do.
Absolutely. I love that your analogy. That is really cool, because it's once it breaks, then it's more like reactive, and then you're just wasting your time to repair it and then start the journey. Whereas if you sort of predict that and have everything, and get it repaired for that big journey you're about to take, so that is so good. So Myles, what is the next journey? What does the next chapter look like? What is that big vision for you and the company?
Well, we brought on a couple of new people in the last year to on the road, inspecting, trying to sell the products out there. We've restructured, so we've traditionally had guys on the road, north, south, central. We've changed it a bit now, so we've got 3 guys north, 3 guys centre, south, one selling, one inspecting, one seeing all the people who give us the business. So we've restructured a lot in the last, probably in the last 2 years, really. And in the last year, we changed a lot more. We're trying to get, we have no digital, all our systems aren't digital, so we're not on a CRM or anything. So we're trying to get that going, trying to find a suitable one. Yeah, so yeah, we're very data. I think it's Microsoft Docs we work off, or Microsoft Access, our database. Very good product, very good database. Yeah, purpose built. Yeah, it's dated and it will break at some point. So that's our next thing to do. Yeah, and we're looking at other avenues. So perhaps going abroad, or we're going into Ireland more. So see how else we can improve.
So is it going national, international for Giromax?
Well, we don't know. We're always looking to move forward. So maybe we never say no, but it's always good to look. But yeah, it's we're at the moment UK and Ireland. Over the years we've done the odd bit abroad. A couple of jobs in Poland. We've sent stuff out to Australia and New Zealand, but we've never really embraced it as much because we want to combat the conquer the UK first.
Absolutely. No, definitely looks quite promising by the sound of it. And, being into this perspective, as coaches, I mean, having a CRM and your database, I feel it's like gold. Database is like a gold mine for any business. And it's like, how are you
leveraging that? We've got thousands of contacts on there from going back 20 odd years. So yeah, it's fantastic. It is a fantastic thing. The database was purpose written for us, purpose developed, but say it might go off tomorrow and we've lost everything. We do the orders from that, we do contacts, everything from that. So
very good.
Definitely.
So you're fully leveraging it now.
Yes. Well, we're trying to. Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah,
love it.
Definitely.
So, Myles, when I speak to business owners similar to you, and often it's not a smooth ride. Yeah. So there are often challenges, and most of the challenges we see falls into either of the 3 categories, whether it's time, team, or money. Yeah. So from where you are currently to the big vision we see, going in different areas, geographical, or expanding within the UK and Ireland, what do you see as the main challenge?
I think the biggest challenge we have, I think we've got a very good team here now. We've got rid of some of the, well, not rid, they left of their own accord, some of the older deadwood, I would say, but they're dated and they probably wouldn't have changed with us. We've got a good team now who work well and they want to. I think the biggest problem might be the people who struggle with change. Well, if they want to change, move with us. Obviously, it's a bus. You can't get back on it, so you've got to stay on that bus. So, but we are, So I think the biggest change, biggest problem would be the team. But I think they're all good, forward thinking, want to change. We have new competitors every week, it seems. They come and go. Some of them, like to badmouth us a bit, and because obviously it's a form of flattery, isn't it? People start badmouthing you, and they feel threatened a little bit. So, but competitors, we always make sure we don't concentrate on them. We want to look forward. Don't look at what somebody else is doing. Look what you're doing. You look back or look at them. You take your eye off what you're doing. But I think I don't think we find any challenges really. Competitors, team, perhaps not combining well, but moving forward, I think we've got.
And where do you see the time? Because I am currently looking at the time has become a biggest sort of a asset and a place where, apparently one grow beyond the time everyone has. So being a business owner, and how do you manage your personal and the business life so that it's like a happy place?
Well, yeah, I think I'm lucky. I've got good people here who know what they're doing. So I don't need to be overtime. I don't need to stand over the shoulder. I know everything that's going on, but
Mm,
I don't need to be constantly checking their work. And we have other people who do that. We have
mm,
a general manager, we have a technical manager. So we've got
mm,
people who do all them roles,
mm,
finance manager. So they all do them roles. I need to take a little. I can't be here all the time because I was widowed about 18 months ago. So two
mm,
kids, so we need to take a little bit more time at home. So I'm
mm,
moving house and refurbishing a house. So I'm busy outside of work, but
mm,
luckily I don't need to be here all the time. I don't need to concentrate fully on it. I do
mm,
concentrate on it, but I've got a
mm,
good team of people who can take that stress off me, I think.
mm. And that is the beauty of being a business owner. But I'm sure this would not have come easy. A lot of work would have been done behind that scene.
Yeah, like I say, it's obviously had a year of not very good. The wife wasn't well, and then she passed away. So two young kids.
Yeah,
So
really sorry to hear
trying.
that.
Yeah, well, it happens. These things happen. You have to move on.
Yeah.
But so luckily there was people here who could carry on and do it. Otherwise, if it was reliant on me being here every day and doing everything, like my father was that person. He was probably the last of the dying breed where he did every single thing. He
Wow.
employed people to do what they did, but he knew every single thing that went on in the company. So
Yeah.
he knew to the penny what was coming in. He knew what
Mm,
everyone was doing. He
mm,
may have looked like he didn't sometimes, but he did. So,
mm,
but that's the last of them people. I don't think there's
mm,
many of them around anymore.
mm, mm. So, so definitely you are managing a lot of your personal, and because the business and the team is so well sort of
Mm.
structured, that gives you the freedom to have some life with the kids and everything, which is so good because a lot of business owners I speak to, they struggle with that massively.
Yeah,
It's like,
no, I don't. So
yeah,
yeah,
which is so
obviously,
good.
work's always on my mind, and I'm always messaging people if I'm at home or I'll be checking on things. But
Yeah.
I can separate them.
So if we look at it, what is the rule do you follow? Do you how much of your time would you work in the business? How much in out of on the business?
I probably spend a lot less time in the business than I do on it. Yeah, spend more time on the business because obviously there's people who can spend more time in the business and do it.
Yeah, yeah,
I don't need to spend a lot of time in the business as such. So
yeah.
yeah,
That is good.
let the ones who know what they're doing do that.
Yeah, I love that. You know what, Miles, I'm glad you're there because this is one massive thing which business owners struggle, letting go of that wine. Yeah,
Yeah, well, I was never in it from the start, so
yeah,
I was brought into it later. So, but if I was like my father, I know when he brought Sri in to help that year before she became general manager, he had a bit of illness then, and then he got well. He got bored, so started interfering. So she
yeah,
nearly quit because he started interfering because he got bored. So
yeah,
yeah, so because I wasn't there from the start. I wasn't
yeah,
in the business,
yeah.
but I wasn't on the business from the start or
Mm,
in the business.
mm,
I've learned that I've done all the jobs there, so I've learned that
mm,
that's not what I did before. So it's easier to do this role than it was
mm,
before.
mm. Well, that's a very good learning point. I think you've just summed it so well because you've started as a, from an outside perspective, working on the business, and you continue doing it because it's difficult for business owners to let go. So
Mm.
really well done on that, Miles. My last question would be to you is if you had to start everything from the scratch, or let's say, I mean, although you're very young, but let's say, what advice would you give to your younger self?
My younger self was a very, very different person. I was very shy. I wouldn't have been able to do this. I wouldn't have been able to talk to you. So when I first started this job, I struggled to talk to people. So my younger self would probably listen to your dad a bit more because he knows a bit better. Try and take the opportunities given to you. Try and be a bit more confident. It was very difficult, but try and talk to people and if you talk to people, most people don't really care. Most people aren't assuming who you are, making assumptions and oh, you're this, you're that. They just get on with things. So nobody really cares. They're worried about their own lives. They're not worried about what you're doing. So just get on with things. Yeah, I'd definitely say that life's a lot simpler when you don't hide away. Yeah. So
I like that. That's some power statement. Life is a lot simpler when you don't hide it. Yeah, just get on.
yeah, well,
Take
yeah,
the next step.
it's easy to say, but because I found it very difficult because I didn't like to talk to people and that. So, but it's a lot of hard work and things like that. But yeah, it's easy for me to say, but it's difficult for people who can't do that. But you just have to learn that things will get better. You don't need to hide.
And what's the best way to learn? What do you think?
I like to teach myself regularly. I didn't learn much at school. Everything I've learned, I've taught myself. So yeah, just listen to everything around you. Listen to people. You don't need to you don't need to push yourself in front of them and say, oh, I know this, I know that. Just probably best just to listen. You might know it, but let them talk.
Like that. Myles, this has been great. You've given me such good golden nuggets, and I'm sure whoever is watching this podcast interview series would get so much value out of it. Learn, embrace the change, forward looking. Yeah. And especially the last one, I've actually written down that just get on with things. It's simple. Yeah. And
it sounds simple. It's not, but it is really. Don't overthink things.
Yeah. Don't overthink. Exactly.
I always said thinking's bad for you. Nothing ever comes right without thinking. So
just do it.
don't think. Yeah, don't think.
Yeah. I heard Stephen Bartlett saying that any decision which is reversible, just take it. Yeah, because there's a lot of people thinking too much. There's a lot of procrastination. Just do it. What wrong will happen? You can just reverse it if it doesn't work.
Yeah, I'm very much like that. It's like, it's recently I went away and I nearly missed the flight, and my eldest was getting, oh no, what if we miss flight? I said, well, they'll be in the ball. It doesn't really matter. They'll be in the ball. We're not staying here forever. We just go and buy another flight. It's not ideal, but easily solved.
Yeah, exactly. And does that change the whole way you start looking at things in life?
Yeah, I think the last 2 years I've had it, I think you just realise, well, there's worse things out there. You just get on with things. No, not everything's going to end the world. You're not going to collapse if you don't make the right decision. Try and make the right decision, but don't always. Just don't let anybody know when you make the wrong one.
Or you know what, when you make the wrong one, take it as a learning and move on, because fail is your first attempt in learning. Yeah. That is wonderful, Myles. Thank you for taking your time out, and thank you for joining us today. Love your journey, and we're glad that we got to hear your key takeaways from your life, which is, there's a lot more to it, but thanks for sharing your journey with us.
That's okay. I've gone from a stage where I didn't like to talk to people to like the fact I like to talk to new people.
Yeah, exactly.
Especially at work. I'm not very great outside of work, but in work, I do like to talk to new people.
Yeah, I would love to meet your kids and see what do they have to say about you talking to them outside the work.
I don't know. Depends what day it is.
Exactly.
Depends whether they like me that day or not.
Yeah. No, Myles, thank you so much. clearly with this just snapshot, I can see what sort of tremendous journey you've had. And what I can say sitting here is uh, that's such a tremendous journey and so much growth because of that. So well done. Massive well done on that.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you. It's been a bit of a steep learning curve, but
Yeah,
you climb it and make sure you don't slide back down.
absolutely. Absolutely. That was great. Thank you so much.